So that's when I realized that YouTube is actually hurting my photography. Today, I want to talk about how sometimes YouTube can actually hurt your photography, how it can actually hold you back from growing. Recently, I stumbled upon a couple of videos just talking about how social media as a whole is actually hurting photography. How, this whole banger solely mentality where you publish only the best and ones that actually gets the clicks, gets the views. Instead of just identifying your gut feeling, you end up posting just for the algorithm. And as fun and interesting as this topic might be, this is not one of those videos. A little bit of story time. Two years ago, when I started this channel, I did it because I wanted to document my own learning path. I wanted to show you my discoveries, my findings, my experiments, my mistakes, and I want to do it from the perspective of someone who's just like you. We all have our own heroes, people that we respect, that we look up to, that inspires us, all these masters of the craft. But as great as they are, they're so far ahead of us that it actually feels like we'll never get there. Now instead, if you have a friend who's just like you, who's going with you a couple of steps forward, sometimes a couple of steps behind you, who's going through the same struggles as you are, who's making the same mistakes as you are, now that feels a lot more relatable, and I wanted to be that guy for you. So I was reflecting on that. I realized that I've been so focused on making videos that I kind of put aside the photography. This reminds me, there was this one time I really wanted to go and make photos. And I had the camera ready, I had the time, I had the wheel. I didn't bring the mount for the Osmo, so I couldn't make a video of the photo walk. And there was this other time where I had everything, including the mount, but I didn't back up the files, on the Osmo. And so I couldn't make a video of it. Instead of going with what I wanted to do, since I couldn't make a video, I ended up shooting videos of something else. And that actually made me think that since starting this channel 2 years ago, I can't quite remember a single time, not even once, have I gone out and make photos without making a video out of that. So that's when I realized that YouTube is actually hurting my photography. The one thing that was supposed to help me is the one thing that is actually holding me back and not letting me grow. If you're anything like me and you can relate to what I've actually told you, you may have realized something here. That is not YouTube's problem. That is not social media's problem. Nobody's forcing me to make videos instead of going out and making photos. That's actually on me. Just ask yourself, is it really social media? Or is it you instead? Now, if this sounds like you, don't worry. There's a couple of things that you can try. I actually have 3 tips for you, and actually they're kind of for me. Now that we're being honest, they're kind of like for me. So here's the thing. Let's start with the most basic one. You are here for photography. You wanted to go and make photos, then go out and make photos. POV style, they are a great tool. But don't let that stop you. If you're in for photography, then go out and make photos. Forget about video. It's just a secondary thing. With that said, let's try tip number 2. Okay, so you really want to make a video. Let's forget about POV style. Why don't you try this? Make photos, like you should, because it's your main thing. Go out and make photos, scan the scene, set yourself your targets, make your photos you want, and before moving out to the next spot, just go back and capture a couple of videos of the surroundings, a couple of details, footage that actually help you then assemble a video of, that help you tell a story of how this whole photo shoot went. Let me tell you a secret. When you shoot a video of you making photos, you don't really have to show the exact same moment where you push the shutter, you can show the surroundings, you can make a couple of establishing shots, a couple of details, to give you a sense of being there, and then show me the photos. You don't have to shoot at the same time. For that, you got the POV style. I mean, what if you didn't shoot any video at all, but you still want to make a video of your photo shoot? Because we're talking about YouTube here. So what can you do? Why don't you try coming up with new formats? You don't have to show always B-roll of the situation. What about just presenting the photos with your voiceover? What were you feeling? What were you trying to capture, or the techniques you were trying, etc. Just tell your audience why you took the photos. Or what about this? Tell the story of the day. I went here, I did this, I ate that. But you can actually tell your story and intertwine that with your photos. You don't have to show the exact moment where you push the button. There's many other ways to present your photos in video. So there you have it. If you feel like YouTube is holding you back, like you're not growing, you're not learning, you're not getting better at your photography because of YouTube, take a step back and think about it. Is it really YouTube's fault? Is it really the platform? Is it really social media that is holding you back? Or is it actually you? And you can make something to remedy that. That's all I have for now. Leave your comments and tell me what you think. Let's have a conversation. Maybe what do you think about the three options I gave you? Maybe you come up with something new, something better. Let's have a chat, let's have a conversation here. And as always, I'll just see you in the next one. Bye.